They're too young. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. All right, y'all. I promised not to keep you long. So here we are. Tonight is midterm night. As I stated, the midterm technically has been open all week. You do have until Sunday to get it done, but today is the official midterm day. So I do know some people have slotted this time off to get their midterm done, and I want to honor that. So, just a few quick things before we get into that. Um, Please know, like I stated, that the midterm is Sunday. There are no makeup sessions for the midterm. So, unless you have some really extreme circumstances, all the midterms are due on Sunday. The reason why I want to continue to iterate that is that when you do your final will be very similar to the midterm. The final will open on week 3 that Friday actually. So it's going to open even earlier and it's going to close on that Thursday. So next week I'll be reminding you of that as well. So you can have time to get that done because the course will end with no exceptions, guys. No exceptions on Thursday at 10 o'clock p.m. There's nothing I can do. I can't open the course. All grades are due that by that next morning, and they're putting people in classes that afternoon for a start date on the following Monday. So the class cannot be extended. So please try and get everything in. As a matter of fact, start thinking about that date now. Like everything needs to be turned in. And in week 4, you do not get any leeway in turning in work from weeks 1 and 2. So if you have any outstanding work for week 1, week 2 is your grace period. Please, please, please turn it in. I will open up any assignment in week 1, especially for those of you who did not do your um, interview and your resume meetings with career services. If you need that open back up, just holler at me. People have done it. Don't feel any way about that. I would rather you do it than to not do it. But come week 4, my friends, please do not ask me to turn anything in for weeks 1 and 2. There has to be extreme circumstances for anything in week 2. Week 1 is an absolute no go. So I'm just wanting to let you guys know. All right. I know 90% of you is not an issue at all, but I always have one or two that just pop up out of nowhere. So please, please, okay, get that done. Next thing too, your resumes are due today. Your resumes are due today. So if you do not have your signed resume, please do not turn in an unsigned resume. This assignment is not a resume assignment. It is a verification that Career Services has seen your resume assignment, right? So it's not for me to say, oh, you've done a resume. It's to show that Career Services has seen your resume, and that's why they sign off on it. And that is what you are turning in. If you turn in an unsigned resume, I'm just going to send a reply back to you that you need to get the resume signed. So please, 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 that is the point. Please remember if you are, especially if this is your last class and you don't have a job and you're working with career services, they need to see your resume. They need your resume. That's the whole point of them supporting
Yeah, I
you
got a
is
question.
yes, sir, go ahead.
What if I'm not able to come on campus to get it signed? Because I'm
Yeah,
currently at
so
work still.
most times I don't see that happening. I'm not sure what your campus is, but you can just email them your resume and they'll sign it and they'll scan it and send you back a signed copy. They'll send you back a picture or a scanned copy in
Okay,
your
thank you.
email. Yeah, yeah, they have that much technology. If they having trouble with that, just let me know. But most they do it every month, so just and most times that's why I want you guys to go ahead and get that appointment set because for most of your campuses, it's just a 10-minute appointment, and it's really an email or phone call. They'll just, because when you set that appointment, for those that use that appointment setter, it just it tells you to give them your email address and your phone number. And anybody else have this experience, right? Has that not been most of you guys' experience? They'll have you send them your resume, and they'll send it back to you. Some campuses want you to come in, but it's really brief. But if you can't come in, the main thing is to make sure they have your resume or they know you need one, right? That's the most important thing, is just to make contact with them so they can get that done for you. Okay? So if you do that, and remember, that was a whole assignment worth 100 points. So if you contact career services late, even if you do it today, as long as you can tell me, hey, Miss Taylor, I made contact and I have an appointment, or they told me to send them my resume, or whatever it is, you made contact with them, let me know so that I can open up that assignment so you can get the points for that. All right? Like, don't miss out on points just for really small things, guys. When you do your mock interview, and that's another thing too, that assignment told you to set up your mock interview, it's going to be very important that you do that. The mock interview alone is 400 points because there's four different assignments with the mock interview. You have to set up your appointment for the mock interview. That's 100 points. You physically go to the mock interview. That's another 100 points. You have to do a thank you letter and a debrief on how the interview went. That's 400 points. So it's not just that one assignment. That assignment is connected to other assignments. And the first step to that assignment is to set up the appointment. Like, do not miss points over really small things, guys. If you need support, I am going to be here after I release everyone to do their midterm, and I will walk you through it so we can get that done. If you know you haven't done it and you want to stay back and have Miss Taylor work with you to get that done, let's get that done now. All right? Let's not miss points over really small stuff. I do want to make talk really quickly about yesterday's assignment because I had some confusion. Yesterday's assignment told you guys that you are going to start to just pick people's brain, talk to somebody in management, tell them what your career goal is, and ask them a series of questions. I gave you a little cheat sheet that questions you can pull from, because I want you to start to talk to people about your career. That's why we wanted you to have your career goal so that you can go to someone and say, hey, you mind if I ask you a few questions? I want to own my own business one day, and you're in management, and I just want to talk to you about what is it like to be in leadership, because anybody with an advanced degree, which you guys are going to have, you're going to be in management, you're going to be in leadership, you're going to own your own business, or you're going to run somebody else's. So we want you to have those conversations with people about, what it's like. That's what that assignment was yesterday. But the only thing you had to do is just give me a name of the person you're going to talk to. You have all the way until next Wednesday to make that conversation happen, whether it's over the phone or in person. So for those of you that didn't understand that assignment, you still have until Sunday to turn it in. Just give me a name. It could be your mom, your brother, sister, your spouse, significant other, anybody that has some type of supervisory management role. Most of your instructors, anybody on your campus that's in leadership that you're cool with, you can ask them. They all know you have to do this assignment. But if you have someone, that you're, connected to, ask them to do it. All right? Does anybody have any questions about that assignment? So the only thing I need is a name. Sarah Smith. That's all you have to do right now is to put the name in there. So don't miss out on those points. That's a really quick assignment. All right. Here is your conference question for today. Now, you can't mess this up. I want 100% participation on this, my friends. What is the name of your career services personnel? What is the name of your career services personnel? That's what I want to know. Once you write that down, if you don't have any questions for me, remember, guys, you do not have class tomorrow. That means that I will see you back here on Monday. I will stay back for anybody that needs support with any assignment. Everybody else, have a great evening.